EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Indianapolis Colts.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Oklahoma Sooner Joe Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Right at the line.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Bengals.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
The tackle made.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Joe Mixon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He was taken.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Taken down at the...
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll move the chains.
First down, Cincinnati.
On first down, Mixon. And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. But I'm not sure this is going to stand. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On second down now, Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they can't bring him down. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Touchdown.
John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive.
On for the point out.
A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The ball carrier.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a carry for Mack. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. We should mention, to go along with the great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
On 3rd and 2, Hewitt eluding the pressure right. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Now Burrow on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd down, Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Logan Wilson.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And some room to maneuver. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Looking to throw on second down. Hewitt. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And 8 at the 18-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Off play action. Hewitt. He completes this one to Mack. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Hewitt. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, for the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all the problems either.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Colts 10, Bengals 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30.
Yeah, baby.
He will take this all the way.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To throw again. Hewitt. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. It's a gain of 35.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Let's go. Let's bring it. 59 mark.
They'll run it. It's Mack. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
The ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Off the play fake. Hewitt. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Good.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Burrow looking to pass. He's going to wind up and air it out. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The second down pass. Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's going to air one out. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
57-yard attempt.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there for Indy. 44 yards.
37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Mack. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Hewitt. This one into the hands of Burton. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 1st and 10, Hewitt. He's got Burton here. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 16. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. He may try and run for this. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Down and 1.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal.
Blankenship on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So it's his 3rd field goal now with a ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been back and forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And the Bengals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, right? Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Interesting. A chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on 4th down. They'll run with Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Cincinnati. Joe Mixon. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Oh, good return up past the 30.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Hewitt. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Colts on 3rd down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Hewitt. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. .36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is Do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll run on first down. Nixon. He's got daylight. The 20.
You gonna like this?
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown,
Joe Mixon. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Flushed out right. He'll run it. He'll have a first down past the 40. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Off play action. Hewitt. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun. Hewitt. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And he is going to have a Colts first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
The 23-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Hewitt, a good throw here, finding Pascal. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He was brought
To
down.
give him 4 yards there, it'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
Looking to throw. Hewitt. This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Good. Makes the score Bengals 28, Colts 23.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go again. Here we go again. 59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Oh, yeah.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
And 8.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Who that? 59. Mark 59. Here we go, G. Back to 60. It's just me and you. He's coming. We got double up.
They run for it with Mixon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
1st down, Cincinnati.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Right at the line of
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one. Good bounce back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Bengals, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park.